Hey guys, what is going on? RedMaster here, and welcome back to an episode of Cards and Castles TV commentary. Now, before we hop into today's matches, which, by the way, I would have to say some of them are very, very nice. But anyway, before we jump into those, voice a little stiffly, got some kind of congestion going on up there. Hopefully won't be lasting too long. I don't know, though. Congestion's a pain in the ass, so just gonna clear that out as the disclaimer for this, and if something like a gross cough just hits me, yeah, that's gonna happen probably. So, with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and jump into our first match. We'll start off this commentary, match number 1. Alright, so the first one is going to be VictorySnipe taking on LCW. Looks to be a Ninja Warlock taking on a Druid Crusader. So, interesting mix-up there. We'll see if Awakening is being run here, and we'll just have to see, I guess, with the Druid Crusader. I mean, there's not really a clear name for the deck other than just a compilation, because normally it's just good stuff, but I don't know if it's got like a specific name for the yellow-white decks. But anyway, we're starting things off simple. Snipe going to go out with a Lumberjack on his first turn. LCW not really having anything to respond with. Ops did not play the Reinforce, which is interesting. I would say, that's some free draw right there. But it looks like Victor going to take some advantage, get a hit on Castle, and go ahead and Grotesque the Lumberjack. So going for a 3-card draw right off the start there. That's pretty big. Call Beast from LCW, not a card we see too often. We'll bring out the Wolf, so maybe we see more of a Beast-focused deck out of LCW. Not sure. There's Masuda from Victory. So maybe just confirming the Awakening stuff. I mean, Masuda is a very strong unit for the ninjas as a whole, not necessarily Awaken. But there we see a Demon Hunter, so maybe some first strike shenanigans as well. The Masuda also did trade with the Wolf right there, so Bear Hog getting buffed. Shaman comes out for some additional draw. And yeah, I could pretty much think that LCW is going with just straight Beast deck here. We see another Call Beast, Manicore, Griffin, Archives, and Reinforce. I mean, Archive, Reinforce could probably be a sneaky little combo there, but let's see. He's going to go with the Griffin, obviously, take out the Demon Hunter. That is probably the right move to make there. You don't want that Demon Hunter getting any stronger. And meanwhile, Bear Hog being pushed a little bit aggressively, maybe to hit the Minotaur, or at least expect to hit the Minotaur. Minotaur going smartly away from the Bear Hog, though, and pushing up a second one, so another chunk taken out of the castle there, making it to 13-20. Wolf comes out, another Call Beast, that will do very nicely. Bear Hog comes out, Wolf trades with the Minotaur, and of course all the numbers are lining up perfectly to clear the board to start off a fresh slate here. And again, not opting to throw the Reinforce, which could be a little iffy, but you know, it is his card. But it looks like Magic Eater and Dark Bender are going to come out now. So Reinforce actually will power up that Eater if it is played. We'll see a Wizard go down. We'll see an Archive. And we'll finally see the Reinforce being played on the Archive. So we didn't want sort of a cheeky little Reinforce Archive combination there. Not the strongest, but I can see that he maybe wanted some more draw, obviously. Another Eater and a Horseman. Horseman comes out to weaken the Wizard. Not kill it because it's that 4 health, but enough to put some significant hurt on it. Ramrush comes out, which will power up the Wizard, and Armory being placed as well, so everything getting a little buff there. Bear Hog as to follow that up. And Victory is open for a castle shot here. He will take it. Big Vanishing Strike on the Horseman. So not only does he get that ability back, but he does another big chunk, a sizable chunk, another 6 damage. And of course, repowering up all the Eaters. Horseman comes back out as predicted, will hit the Ramrush though, so not actually getting the kill. Blue Firebolt eliminates the Crumbling Archive, so again, the Eaters are continuing to get a little stronger. They could start to move in sometime soon. I mean, LCW is working on a weak castle here, so, we'll see. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. If he, didn't decide to move him up there. You see a lot of creatures move up at this point. We saw the Pack of Wolves, which... again, not really a card we see aside from beast-focused decks, so, again, pretty much nailing on the coffin. This is a beast-oriented deck. We did see the Lumberjack as well. Vanishing Strike onto the Horseman. Okay, Horseman decides to hit what exactly? Alright, gonna go ahead and hit the Wolf. That will power up all the other beasts, though, on the board there. Demon Hunter looks to take those on. Horseman hits the Ramrush. Would have been better to hit the armory, so that way the wolves now, because there is some wolf chemistry that can be done here. One of these can trade into the demon hunter, allowing the other one to kill it off. Or okay, we got a mana core coming out, that works out just as well. Northland's wolf following up, so of course not really getting the wolf synergy there. Instead, the mana core does get killed off. Throws down a church though, so he can begin healing, and that's going to be important. We are nearing sudden death here, and that castle is looking fairly low. So if you can get the church heals on the castle, that'd be great. Pegacorn comes out, finishes off one of the wolves. Horseman hits a bit of damage onto another. That does lead Darkbender to the room to kill it. And of course, the Eaters are starting to make their moves now. As you can see, one being pushed up with the Horseman, the 7/7 stronger one. Although Wolf takes a big chunk out of it, Craxus follows up for the kill, it looks like. Yep, there is the kill on that. We do see a Ramrus as well be pulled, so that will lead to a Headless Horseman kill. Of course, surviving next to the armory. Bearhog looks to intercept potentially the Darkbender or the Pegacorn right on the face there. Don't want to leave any openings. Darkbender hits the Craxus, it looks like. Pegacorn finishes off the Ramrus. Magic Eater being played a bit too aggressively. Okay, a bunch of Darkbenders following up now. Interesting. Yeah, so that will probably leave Victory into quite a bit of trouble here, because that's a 7/8 Bearhawk with Rampage. So Armory comes out, second one. Magic Eater gets hit, one of the Darkbenders gets hit, so Bearhawk, of course, using all of his Rampage. Another Darkbender being sniped off by the Wizard. Call Beast brings out another Bearhawk, following that up with a Wizard as well. And of course, Church landing right on Castle. Perfect for LCW to kind of keep in this matchup. And that's why Church has become such a, I guess, more utilized Crusader card. It keeps you past sudden death, which is quite important, especially if you are mounting a comeback. Like we can see LCW here. He's kind of building himself up a little bit, and Victory kind of running out of resources slowly. Dissipate onto the Bear Hog. Saves him a bit of time there, or gets him a bit of time, excuse me, on Holy Altar. Yeah, he's running out of resources to kind of make the final push here. With Church killing the castle, you know, sudden death isn't really making progress. And now with two churches going down, that's going to be quite a bit of trouble for Victory going forward. Pretty much, I guess, you know, he's going to guarantee at least a castle here. We see the Wizard being healed as well. So, yeah, kind of guaranteeing now at least something's going to land on the castle. And hell, if two churches do hit the castle, then, of course, that will bring the castle health up even more. Anyway, Darkbender moving up there. We see a little shifting technique. Gives him a sunburst, so sort of healing of his own. Although we'll see, because now LCW in a good position to kind of take the board here, if you will. We'll see what he plays. Bearhog going to chip away the Darkbender a little bit, run back up. Opens up for Berserker to kill off the Darkbender, so a little combo action, gets him another stat. Reinforce on the castle, keep himself in, very good. Wizard kills off the Salahar Rider. I probably would have gone maybe for the Rabbit, but I can see what he's doing here, kind of bringing both Wizards in, not really risking the Rabbit, which is, I guess, good as well, but I guess I was thinking maybe Rabbit could take out the those two units, maybe put some more aggression on the board, but that's fine. Blue Fireball taking out one of those churches. Sunburst healing up the castle. Yep, that's what he needs to do here. Although, again, the resources or the lack of resources, excuse me, is hurting Victory here. We'll see if LCW can put the exclamation point on the match. Spiny comes out after the Unholy Altar is taken down. Church comes back out, so again, even more healing, although I don't think it's going to matter. One Wizard hits the castle for 6, another kills off the zombie, and of course the Rabbit, Bear, Hog all moving up. Not really aggressively, though, and that Bear isn't as aggressive either, but I guess it's fine considering you have a 6/6 Berserker down there. You got a Spiny in the back, two Wizards, and MORDOK going to come out. Not really enough to clean an Alpha Strike, so he does kill off one of the Wizards. Looks like Wraith is going to push back the Berserker, although not going to matter. And then their Spiny and the other Wizard are going to be enough to end the match. Anyway, and LCW comes out with the win here. Very nicely done. Holding on in that matchup there. Churches were really important to kind of keep himself in it, and he just kept slowly building up, I guess, his beasts. We saw all of the stats and how the Wolves contributed to, creating these bigger statted beasts, which were harder for Victory to take down. He didn't have gold buffs of his own, and of course, that could be problematic as the game goes forward. But overall, nicely done from LCW. A great match to start off this opener. And with that being said, let's go ahead and hit up our next matchup, match number 2. Alright, and on to our next match is going to be Doloso taking on UnhlpfulYoda, so a Pyro Crusader, potentially some greed action going on there, going up against a Viking Druid. Color combination that's, I guess, maybe not super popular, but it is piquing some people's interest here. So it looks like both players going to pass their first turn here. Yoda going to start off the game with a Hassan City Guard. Okay, maybe some Mystic Journey stuff or some reanimation shenanigans. Usually, that's what the guards are kind of known to pair up with. We do see a priest from Doloso's side, though, so of course, well, nothing that we can really confirm about that deck just yet. Black from Yoda's side, so global buff's gonna come out into the effect now. Wizard from Doloso, again, nothing that we can really make any confirmations on. Trent gonna go ahead and move up now, or at least, yep, okay. Guard actually pulling back. Trent moving forward, so he might be able to concur that Yoda is running reanimate if he's holding back his units like that. Meanwhile, Con Artist from Doloso. So both sides are kind of looking like they're stalling their boards a little bit here, trying to build up sides here, a stall game, if you will. Nothing that's super common, but of course, people do tend to play that kind of game. We do see a Lore Match from Doloso, so now some extra draw coming on his side. We'll see if that kind of impacts play later on. We do see a Northlands Ranger from Yoda's side, of course, coming out from a call for aid. Earlier in the matchup there, we do see a Thief to block because, of course, that will be big damage. I think Yoda, no matter what, is going to take here. So looking to block with the Ranger, but of course, Guard going to go ahead and clear it right out of the way here. Ranger comes up, takes a big chunk out of the castle here, and moves up a second one for good measure, following up with some Trents to, I guess, maybe assist in the process there, or at least one of them being held, I guess, back, one of them looking to maybe clear out something that comes out to block. Lore Master going to go ahead and chip away the Ranger, same with the Wizard, and of course, I guess Priest will kill it off. Yep, there that is. Although Doloso also going to follow with a Craxus. Going to be a kind of wasted Craxus if you actually... Oh, hello. Sorry about that. Yeah, wasted Craxus. Looks like Ranger will, of course, slap that down. Wizard's going to come out now. Multiple Wizards on Yoda's side. And, of course, some more guards as well. Looking to lead the charge here. We do see Arc Druid and Mystic Journey, and that could be a very interesting combination of cards there if we do see that later on in the game. Meanwhile, Bard coming out now from Doloso's side, and of course that will power up everything. Wizard takes out Trent. Of course, Lore Master kills off the Ranger. Conrad kills off a Guard. Thief trades with a Trent. Church comes down. Of course, he did mention the importance of those churches in the last one. You see here, again, they are a pretty important Crusader card, if you will. Anyway, some more Trent, or at least, no, not more Trents. Well, kind of more Trents. Arc Druid comes out. Of course, the Spirit Link Tree is going to go into effect now. Dagger Storm looks like Blacksmith, Wizard, and Trent are hit. Another Trent is murdered, thanks to the murder card. Doloso using the Metal Bravery to summon yet another Fat Bard to the board. Of course, Connor comes in, gets a little bit of gold, but I don't think that's really going to do much. I guess really kill off the Trent, so to negate any sort of Spirit Link action in the future. But here's what we see a great use of some Viking spells here. Sheep to the Slaughter moves everything closer. Looks like Archer going to go ahead and kill off one of the bards, which will kill off Lore Master Tarius. Mystic Journey, as I mentioned before, we did see that being used brilliantly. One charge kills off. Another Trent weakening the Wizard there. Wizard being used to kill off the, or at least to finish off the Wizard, and the Spirit Link Trees, of course, keeping that Wizard from taking any further damage, and of course everything else moves up. Also looking like he doesn't really have a lot of options to stop these. We'll see what he's got. Well, he's got a Southport Captain, alright. That will kill off one of the trees. Crumbling Archive, make that 2 to try and block, and that will be back to Yoda. Although here's what we do see at the end. Lightning Blade, look how that chain works out beautifully. Arc Druid hits Castle, does some big chain damage, clears the way there. Tree comes in, smacks the castle. Wizard comes down, smacks the castle. Guard, for good measure, slaps down the church. Second Wizard finishes off the castle for a game for Yoda. Overall, pretty strong matchup. A lot of stalling in that one, but overall, we did see the importance of those minor Viking spells. Things that you gotta have to be careful when you consider Vikings. Things like Mystic Journey, they reproduce some more initiative effects. Things like Sheep to the Slaughter. Big Thunderstrike potential there. You got to be careful. Always be careful of how little Viking spells work like that. And this match is a great demonstration of how those can be used to pretty significantly change the tide of the conflict. Although, I do think Doloso maybe should have been a bit more aggressive here. Maybe he was waiting on a School of Knowledge. We did see a lot of elements in there that would pertain to School of Knowledge, Master Thief, Southport Captain, Con Artist, all that good stuff. But unfortunately, it looks like Doloso did not draw it. So anyway, like I said, good match. Good. Congrats to Yoda. My bad for the win. And with that being said, I think we can move on into our third matchup, our final matchup, match number 3. Alright, and so for our final matchup, it will be Ubigtree in the Crusader Druid, yet another one of those that we're seeing today, going up against, I feel like I always butcher this guy's name, Minduk? I always butcher this guy, like, cause I don't know. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. I probably have butchered this like 10,000 times already. But that's not important. He will be rocking a Ninja Crusader to go up against this Druid Crusader. So we'll see what the Ninja Crusader has in store. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. So it looks like Big Tree's going to start off with a Lumberjack, of course, open up his game. Pretty standard there. We'll see. Okay, MORDOK does not have a response to that, so of course a little chip damage from the Lumberjack there, and it looks like Big Tree's not going to have anything else that they're out there. You do see a lot of 3 golds in his hand. Faithful Drake will come out though to chop down the Lumberjack, so interesting choice there on the Drake. Maybe some kind of dragon deck. We're not entirely sure. Wizard comes out now. Of course, that's going to chill at the bottom there. Maybe set up for an armory in the next turn here. Meanwhile, Divine Knowledge on MORDOK's side, looking to get some extra resources. Nothing wrong with that. Will we see the armory be played this turn? I would say, okay, nope, going for the books. That's fine. Sometimes we don't want more cards. And, of course, Faithful Drake will see if that decides to come into play. Looks like being held back. Wizard will support that as well. So, alright, getting the Wizard out here. And now the armory goes down. Okay, now the armory goes down. My bad. But it looks like Book's looking to block the incoming stuff there. With you see a Blacksmith, which means that Wizard has the perfect opportunity to get rid of the flying books, and it will take that opportunity just like that. We'll see if Tree has a response to this. He does throw out his Spiny. Okay, Spiny looking to do a little bit there. Planting Seed of Regrowth, very nice, very nice. So hoping to maybe trigger that off on the Spiny, which means the Wizard hopefully will die. We'll see if that comes to fruition. Wizard looks to take the first move though, so Tree does get revealed. Metal of Bravery comes out for 7 gold on MORDOK's side, and that will be a Swordsman. Alright, and of course Drake has to finish that off. That does leave, though, the Swordsman in quite the predicament, because Wizard does clear that out. We'll see. Okay, Ranger looking to be the response. He could have gone Swordsman or Wizard, or maybe even Church Books in that sense. Well, maybe not Books, because Wizard could take that out. Anyway, a second Swordsman being thrown out from MORDOK, and of course Wizard snipes off a little bit of the Ranger, so that way a better trade hopefully happens for his side. Although an armory, a second armory at that, means that there is going to be some, uneven trades here. Wizard trading with Wizard, Ranger kills off the Swordsman, Knight of Flowers looking to do his thing, I guess right down there. Knight of Flowers, I guess you can just hang out. Do you see a MORDOK come into play? So, of course, that does trade with the Ranger. Brings out a Horseman. Horseman snipes off one of those armories there and actually kills off the Knight of Flowers. So, keeping the Wizard alive just a little bit longer. We'll see if that was a mistake or not. MORDOK comes out from Big Tree. So, maybe looking to get some MORDOK action of his own. We'll see what he's or MORDOK's got, excuse me. Kraxus does come out now. We'll see if, Tree can kill that. We'll see if he decides to do it. Has a second MORDOK too. Looks like Wizard being moved up a little aggressively. I probably would have moved the MORDOK first in that sense. That way you would have had the Wizard back 1 space, and that way protected from anything that MORDOK decides to summon on his next turn. Because now Wizard is, lined up to get killed pretty easily here. We do see a MORDOK come out looking to take care of all that. Excuse me, Grimthal's command. Alright, so Wizard on that. Oh, jeez. And that is. Oh. Jeez. Alright, so now Horseman comes out. My bad. 2 Horsemen come out. Both trade with MORDOK, but now Grimthal Command MORDOK stands in Big Tree's way. We'll see how he's got any. Well, okay, Horseman hits Blacksmith, not what he was looking for, and actually Big Tree decided to hit that. So MORDOK does get pushed back. Summons 2 more units. We see another Wraith and Horseman combo. Church Flying Books comes out, so I guess he's hoping to stop the MORDOK from causing any further damage. There, reducing armoring come out, lunging attack. All right, so that's a first strike and multi-strike. All right, so that is all right. Well, that's a lot of units coming out for MORDOK's side there. Yeah, there's another Horseman kill. Horseman takes out the Church. Wraith comes in. MORDOK has to retreat thanks to the multi-strike. Yep. And a bunch of things move forward here. I don't know if Big Tree's going to be able to stop this. We'll see what he does. Swordsman kills off the Horseman and throws a immediate surrender. Okay. Well, first of all, congrats to MORDOK for that win there. Very nicely done. a whole lot of MORDOK stuff there. So apparently, looks like some kind of Crusader Ninja combo based deck, which is quite surprising considering Grimthal's command I mentioned before several times that Grimthal is a very difficult card to pull off. But if you do manage to get it down and get it working, it can be pretty monumental. And if things like that start happening, whew, that was a pretty dominant display from that MORDOK. Kind of want to makes me try that kind of combination of decks and see if I can get something similar to work. But I know maybe not going to be as lucky as MORDOK here in that matchup to kind of pull off all those cards together. But overall, great little super MORDOK there to kind of end off this edition of TV commentary. And again, props to MORDOK for pulling that off. That was certainly quite entertaining to watch for our final matchup in this edition of TV commentary. And with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for this edition of TV commentary. If you made it this far, thank you for putting up with my congested voice and just overall being. But regardless of that, I hope you did enjoy. Be sure to leave a like on the video if you did enjoy it. Share with your friends, and of course, subscribe if you are new or haven't done so already. Subscribing supports the channel a lot. And of course, comment down below your favorite part from today's matches. How'd you think of them, so on and so forth. So, with that being said, guys, that's it for me for now. So until next time, stay gaming.